we always take food with our hands. And if there is no light, that time also we are going to use our hand only to eat. But our food never goes here and there in our eyes or nose. Why? Because the memory of our muscles memory, muscles memory is important. So in this way, when we are writing, we are using our muscles memory. And if we are writing if we are doing writing practice, so whatever we are writing, whatever words or okay we are practicing in our writing session, so that time we are not going to forget that particular one, because that will be the part of our muscles memory. It is important.
So, ma'am, you are talking about muscle, like hand muscle, mouth muscle, and
Yes.
memory muscle. So, this is something I am listening first time. Like, uh, I used to hear
Yes,
about
yes.
like when we work out.
When yeah, when first time we use how to ride a bike or how to ride a cycle. So can you forget riding a bicycle? You can't
No,
forget. If you would have learned in your childhood, but after 20 or 30 years later, will you forget that?
no,
No, because that you have learned with your muscles memory, means you
yeah,
have used your muscles in learning that. In the same way, when you will use your muscles in learning English, that will also help you. If we are writing something, if we are listening, so we are use our ear muscles. If we are speaking, we are using our mouth muscles. And if we are writing, we are using our hand muscles. Okay, so in this way, that will be the part of our memory, our permanent memory, you can see.
permanent
Yes,
memory. It will automatically work when we will require
yes,
it.
yes,
Wow,
yes, yes.
this was something new you told me. Thank you for it. Like
So,
muscles also work
thank-
in learning English.
yeah.
Wow.
I just want to know how many hours do you spend on your spoken English learning?
See, ma'am,
How many hours
actually,
do you practice?
especially I don't give time for speaking. Means whatever I do on that process only I practice for English. Like I am studying or I am reading on that. Whatever I think in English, or sometime when I talk with my friends, I try to speak in English only. Means wherever I find that there is an opportunity where I can use, and where I can take the opportunity and speak something, I just use there. Otherwise I don't get lots of time to especially focus on this.
Oh, that's great. If you find any opportunity, you grab that opportunity. But because that is the thing only. This is called creating atmosphere. When you don't have any atmosphere, so you have to create your own atmosphere. And in this way, when you are finding ways to do speaking with someone else, so this is the best way for your learning. Because if we will think that to whom we should speak and what we should speak and when we should speak, so in this way we are just wasting our time. We should think ourselves that why, how, and with whom we can speak. If no one is there, then start with your own, just do self talk, because self talk is also a important part of learning. That time we need no one, we can speak hours to hours with ourselves. Yes.
Yeah. So, ma'am, uh, you teach in school. So, what you find in your profession, like in teaching, is it very interesting for you, or what made you choose this career option, like teaching?
Yeah.
It's me. I find, and let me tell you. Sometime I go and teach to the kids, small kids in our area, and I find it very amazing. So for you, I wanted to ask you that what was in your mind that you choose this field as your career?
Yeah, actually, it is really a very lovely question, first of all. I would say that I am just living with my dream job. I'm
Hmm.
doing my dream job. Teaching is my passion. And it was the time when I was in class, you can say fifth or sixth. So that time I used to do correction of some others' notebooks. Means I used to live in my nanny's house. So
Hmm.
there was one auntie who used to teach. Okay,
Yeah.
and in a school. So that time she was having a lots of work for correction, a lots of notebooks. So she just told me to give me a helping hand, to give her a helping hand. So I just used to take their notebooks, whatever notebooks they used to bring at home for correction, and I took immense pleasure in doing that correction. And whenever I used to play in during my childhood, whenever I used to play any game, so I always choose to be a teacher.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I just make them sit, matlab whatever my neighbors were there. So I always made them sit on a carpet and try to teach them in a funny way. And
Yeah.
in this way, I am just eagerly passionate about this learning. Yeah. So since
Yeah. Wow.
when I was in class 12th, since then I started teaching. I started teaching students of high school and inter, especially English. And you won't believe, when I was in class, when I was doing my when I was doing my BA. See, I was in the final year of BA. So that time I used to teach MA English, student of MA English, only for grammar. So it
That
was my achievement, because I was thinking that I am already that time I was already in BA, but I used to teach the student of MA English.
wow. That means
Yes.
you were one step ahead.
Yeah,
And
because of my interest in English and grammar. That time I was even this time also I am so curious and I am so inquisitive about English now. So whenever I feel that I'm not feeling good, means when I feel that I'm not having proper sleep, so I just take any book and do exercise of grammar. That time I feel now I am content. Now I can sleep well.
wow. So, ma'am,
Yeah.
if I ask you that, give me a one advice or a tip, you I can say, give me a tip which I can use for myself to improve my English. And I would like to ask you, give me such kinds of tips which is unique tips which you have applied with yourself while learning
Okay.
English.
Like, my first tip is that if you just want to work, want to build up your vocabulary, so
Yeah.
I always learn one vocab per day, only one, not more
Only
than one, only one
then
vocab.
we can
This is
remember
my
and keep it in my mind, in our mind. Otherwise,
yeah,
if we remember 10 words in a day, we might forget, and it will
yeah.
be like you. Yeah, that's a
Now
great
I'm
thing, ma'am.
telling you how I learned the vocab. I
Okay.
mostly choose one vocab, and that vocab I just find out from my reading skills. Means whenever I read something and I get any new word, so I write down that word on a sticky note. Okay,
Okay.
and that sticky note I just paste on my work area, and my work area is my kitchen. So I always used to paste that slip in my kitchen in front of my eyes. Whenever I just see that, in this way, automatically that word get registered in my mind, and I used to make lots of. You are getting dark.
No, no,
You're
no problem,
speaking.
ma'am. It is speaking. It is speaking. Actually, I'm coming down.
Okay,
I
okay,
was on.
fine,
Yes. Hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
So in this way. that particular vocabulary get registered in my mind, and I make lots of sentences out of that particular word in whole day. And in next conversation, when I do any conversation with my co-learners, so that particular vocab I deliberately use in this conversation, so that it could be part of my active memory and my active conversation as well. And then at every second or second day means, or at every alternate day, I do revision as well.